Welcome to episode 9 of Winning the Journey Within podcast. Today I'm joined by fellow Montenegrin basketball player Nemanja Radovic. He has successfully represented Montenegro on international stage since 2007, and he has spent majority of his professional career in Spain's Liga Endesa. But today we're going beyond basketball. We are diving into breaking cultural patterns, adapting our Balkan mentality abroad, spiritual growth, and the inner work that transforms us as people. I'm extremely proud of the personal work Nemanja has done within himself, and this conversation will inspire anyone ready to examine their own patterns and grow. Let's jump in. Nemanja, welcome to my podcast, Winning the Journey Within. Thank you for accepting my invitation and being a part of this project.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
This is going to be weird, us talking in English, but we know the purpose, we know why we are doing it, so
I hope fast transition.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy it. I hope I make you as comfortable as we talking in our language.
I think we are here next to the river. It's going to be natural for sure. It's going to be comfortable.
Perfect. So everybody knows you, and who knows you from I'm going to make sure that they know you. I'm going to make sure to tell everybody who you are in basketball, but I want you to tell us who you are without the basketball. Who are you outside of the court?
Well, I think I'm pretty simple guy. For me, one of the most important things is peace. I love to be at home. I love to do barbecue. I love to spend time with my family, with my friends, play PlayStation. That's one of my biggest hobbies. I love to play PlayStation like a little kid. I think I'm so happy when I'm playing that it's amazing.
Awesome. And I have to say that before I started doing this project, we didn't know each other. And through some mutual friends who I talked to about mental health and everything that I want to do by raising awareness, the first thing they told me, you need to talk to Nemanja. I was like, seriously? So now when you answered and you said the first thing about you is that you love peace, I love that for you. And can you tell me, how do you get there? What kind of road did you have to take to understand that this is the most important thing for you?
Well, I love to think that somehow life put me on that path. You know, when I was younger, I was pretty stubborn, and as you know, we come from Balkans, we come from Montenegro. You know how we are, more like a man. We don't like to let anybody to come into our head or try to touch things inside. But I like to think that life put me on that path, and I started pretty early. I was like 21 years old when I started working on myself, and I'm really grateful that it was my path and that I try.
Yeah, and that's pretty amazing for a guy from Balkan, for a guy from Montenegro to take that path, where there is a stigma around here that men are not supposed to be vulnerable, they are not supposed to have feelings or be sensitive in any type of way. So for you to be able to take that path early on, it's pretty amazing. And was it hard?
Yeah, like you say, here in Balkan, they teach us when we are young that we shouldn't show emotions. We shouldn't cry. We shouldn't show anything. And now I had the situation. I was leaving from the club. I was 9 years there. That's the club of my life. And I had the press conference where I needed to say that I'm leaving. And it was very, very emotional. I cried on a press conference, and I made a joke. You look at me now, look good because you never saw a Balkan guy crying before. So yeah, I think that here they teach us. It's our mentality, like to try to be tough, go through everything, and life sometimes hit you hard. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy to don't show emotions and everything. And I think with the time I learned that actually it's your strength. Exactly. To be able to show your emotions. I think you're weak when you're trying to hide it. If you can show it and still be on your feet, I think that's kind of showing your strength.
That's awesome. I agree completely. And I saw this press conference.
You saw it?
Yes. I saw it, and that's the first thing I thought was like, this is strength, you know, for a guy to show the emotions, it's strength. And I am a pretty sensitive person, and I cry for the small things, you know, and everybody used to tell me like, "Ah, you're so weak, you're so annoying," you know, but that's who I am. And I never try to hide it. And I think that's the biggest strength, you know, like just to allow yourself to feel what you're feeling.
Exactly.
And get there, you know.
Exactly. I was hoping that that not a lot of people saw that press conference. They actually told me that the transmission was bad, Wi-Fi was bad, and the people who was watching online, they
I
couldn't
did
see
some
it.
research, you
Okay,
know.
okay.
But
Okay.
let's talk about that now. I didn't plan to start from the end, you know, from you leaving Murcia, but since we are there now, how was that transition? How was it to make that decision, first of all, to leave the club where you felt like home?
It was really tough. It was really tough, and like I said so many times when I was there in Spain and talking with journalists and everybody, like it's very tough for a foreigner player to be so long in some club. And I broke so many records, like talking about basketball, but it was never about basketball. For me, it was like about how I felt, how my family felt in that city, with those people who work in that club, with the people, with the fans, everything. Since the first moment, I felt that connection, that energy. Like first when I went there, I signed 2 months plus 1 year with option 1 year. You know how it works. And I played those 2 months, and I literally fell in love with the city, with the club, with the fans, and it was same with them. So we made that click, I think, from the beginning, and we made so many beautiful things. At the end, for me to leave, I had a contract. I had 2 more guaranteed contracts in that club, and it was shock for everybody when I made that press conference, and I said to everybody, it was really tough. It was really tough, but I think it was the time for me to leave. It was a couple of things that it was involved going in the same direction. I received a really good offer from Asia, and I never received that good an offer. And from the other side, last year I didn't play a lot. I had some games when I played, some games when I didn't play. Then I'm very competitive. I know I'm 33 years old, but this is one thing of my character that is always leading me through life, through my career, through everything. It was burning me inside when I didn't play. So I don't know how many years I have, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 left, but I wanna finish it being happy. I still can be on a bench. I was in the role of captain, and it was amazing. It was such a huge honor for me, like to be that big in some club. But for me, I was missing that this last year. I was missing this part of playing, and it's part of decision. Let's say 50-50.
Yeah. And you were the captain. You had that role in this team. Was it just this last year, or were you the captain before?
It was 2 last years.
2 last years, yeah. And what kind of responsibility do you carry as a captain of a foreign team?
It's huge. I mean, if you want to be a good captain, it's huge responsibility. You know, everybody can be a captain, but a good captain, not a lot of people can be. And I think it's a burden that you need to be there for everybody, every moment, on and off the court. And I'm so happy that my guys always, they could rely on me on the court and off the court, and I really enjoyed it. It was a big burden, but you need to really give yourself.
What kind of process was it for you to be the captain and not play as much, and not be satisfied in that kind of role on the court, but still having to lead your team in this role?
You understand me? Mm-hmm. You understand?
That's why I'm asking.
This is kind of the question that only a player could ask me. You know, a journalist couldn't ask me this kind of question. Very tough, very tough. You need to be there, like a captain. You need to be for the team, and the person how I am, I'm really responsible, and I really love that team. I love that people who work there, the club, the fans, and for me it was like inside battle, you know. But I could never show this part of me that I wasn't satisfied. I never showed anything. I was always there, always like trying to help my teammates. Even when I wasn't playing, I was trying to cheer them from the bench and everything. But inside it was eating me alive. Because of this, I couldn't stay anymore, you know. It was moment to I understand it. Like, for all of us, you understand me, we are getting to some age, maybe the coach in this moment, he had different options that in his head that was working better than me, and I respect that totally. I never said anything bad about him. I respect him a lot. We was 5 years there, but for me it was really tough to be in that situation, you know, because I really wanted to be the great captain, and if you show that you're not happy, you're not a good captain, you know.
But the way they, said the goodbye to you, and I've seen all over social media, like, you are our captain, you're always going to be our captain. That shows that you've done something great. And I'm proud for you for that, especially knowing that you didn't feel comfortable not playing. What is some kind of internal talk that you had with yourself, like going into the gym every day and knowing that you want to play, you want to be more of a basketball player? What was some kind of internal talk that you had?
It's tough mentally, definitely. And luckily, I was working on myself since I was younger. I think a couple of my teammates, they was always saying me, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. But this is like this kind of my part of my identity and part of me, that I was always pushing through everything, But with time, when I was younger, if I have a wall in front of me, I would take hammer and I would start breaking it little by little. But with the time, I learned that sometimes you can go around and jump over it. You don't need to break the wall every time.
Yeah.
But definitely, it was tough. It was tough. Yeah.
What helped you the most? If you could name like 2 things that helped you the most.
Well, my family. I have a son. He's 6 years old, and I would do my practice, and I would go home, and I would pick him up from the school, and we play a lot. We do things together and everything. And my wife, she was a big support for me, So I would say my family.
Awesome. That's another thing that I feel that you guys are so lucky to have with you while you are playing. That's for me one of the biggest differences between men and women sports. So.
Yes, I think in that moment, my girlfriend, now my wife, she made a big sacrifice, because it's like you say, it's totally different for us. Our wives, they come with us sometimes, but I imagine for you it's more difficult to call a guy to come and travel all around the world. How we've changed always, how we change countries, clubs, and everything. And I was lucky to be in the same club for 9 years. That's really weird.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back now.
Whatever you want.
We'll go back to your beginnings.
Okay.
How did basketball become your love? I suppose I don't know your beginnings that well, so like lead me through these years before like going on a big stage in Europe.
Okay, I was always very tall, I see now photos when I was in elementary school and everything, and I was like one head bigger than everybody, So I can see my son now; he's the same, totally the same. So one day, I was with my mom. We was walking through the Bielopolje, the city I was from, that I'm from, and wife of a coach saw me through some supermarket. Said, "Oh, look, you're so tall. Why you don't come to try to practice?" And I went there. I tried and I fell in love. I had the basket in front of my house. There was an old playing ground, and I remember I was going every day. I was shooting. I just fell in love with the sport.
Yeah. How long did it take you to leave Bielopolje? How many years?
So I was there. I started practicing with 12. I played 3 years there in that club. In the beginning, I was really chubby. I was fat these first 2 years.
I can't imagine that.
Me neither. And 1 year, I think with 14, going to 15, I just grew up a little more. I lost weight, and I was really good. I started to be really good, and Mornar called me, and Budućnost called me. And I made the decision because in that moment I played for national team with 15 years old. I think it was under 16. The coach called me in his club in Mornar, and I went there. I signed contract. I was there for 4 years. Yeah. It was like a big transition because I was very young. I was 15 years old. I remember first night when I went there. I don't know, there was a problem with water or something. There was no water in apartment, and I remember I called my mom and I said I want to go back.
Immediately.
Immediately I want to go back, but I pushed through that first night, and then it was amazing.
Yeah. Do you remember any struggles that you had mentally in those years? Making this decision to leave?
You see, when we are younger, we kind of push through it. We are not conscious what we are going through. But I had a problem in my first year. The coach from the team that I went in Bielopolje, he didn't want to let me go. He asked for a huge buyout, and he kind of suspended me. I couldn't play half of the first year, and it was really tough for me. It was really, imagine the kid, 15 years old. I left. Preparing.
Here we go.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. That's why we are here.
And my friends from the last club, they was saying that I'm not gonna be able to play. I'm not gonna go through that suspension. But somehow I found the way. I go through.
Not through the wall. You went.
I went through the wall, yeah, exactly, and I started playing. And when I started playing, it was amazing. There was such a good group of the guys in Mornar that I'm still really good friend with them, like Nikola Vučević, Vladimir Mihailović, Stefan Vulević. He's now working in States. He's not player anymore, but it was really amazing.
Awesome. And you spent 1 year in Budućnost, and you went to Serbia, and from Serbia internationally, right?
Yeah, but there is interesting stories.
Did you want to share?
Over there that you jumped over.
Do you want to share?
Yes, for sure.
Please do.
So after Mornar, I signed in Budućnost for 4 years. And me and Nikola Jovanović, we went together like in a package from Mornar. And the first year I didn't play anything. I remember it was tough. Now when I'm talking, when I'm going through it, my career was like such a roller coaster, such a tough moments. I didn't play for first year, entire first year. And at the end of the year, I spoke with the management. I told them everything is okay. I'm not inside of your plans for next year. Just tell me that I can go on. I'm gonna go, no problem. I'm gonna pay the contract. But they told me no, stay. So I stayed through the summer and I practiced, did the preseason, and maybe 10 days before the beginning of next season, they told me that I should look for a new team. And my agent is Miško Ražnatović. I remember Miško, before I went there, he told me, maybe for you it's better to go to Mega Vizura, don't go to Budućnost now, maybe it's not a good option. But I didn't listen to him. I went there. So when this happened, when I needed to leave the club, I called him and I told him, listen, I know that I didn't listen to you, but I'm in this situation now, so if you can try to help me, it would be amazing. He told me, I'm gonna try, but it's a tough situation. And I was waiting, like the days was going by, and maybe 2 days before the deadline, I made the decision. I sit with my parents and I told them that I'm quitting basketball. I'm quitting basketball.
Wow.
Yes. I sit in my car and I went to Podgorica to go to university. And I was driving, like I was on the halfway, I was in Kolašin. And the guy who actually signed me with 12 years old with the Beo basket, Tadija, he called me on the phone and he told me that, he asked me what I was doing. I told him I'm going to study. I finished, I decided. And he told me there is a great project in Serbia. It was Hemofarm way back. You remember there was an amazing team, but in that moment Hemofarm, the sponsor, go out and it was Vršac, only the city. They didn't have any money. I needed to go there to do a trial, and he told me like, but it could be good for you. And in that moment I was like on a crossroad, So I said, okay, let's try it one more time. And I went there, I played amazing. Me and Bobby Marjanović was the MVP of the Serbian league. And from there I went up again. But it was that one of the moments where you decide your life.
Yeah. Do you remember your psychological condition in these moments, like when Budućnost told you look for the new club, and you deciding, okay, this is it, I'm going to university, what was your mental process then?
It was tough because when I was younger, for example, when I was under 18, when we played B division in FIBA, Eurobasket, and I played amazing. I averaged like 20 points and 10 rebounds, like average through the whole tournament, and I was like ranked really good on this Draft Express. I was like big prospect. And then when you don't play 1 year, you disappear in that age, and it was really tough, to go from up to go so much down and to decide to stop playing. It was really tough. But in one moment when I decided that I'm gonna go, that I'm gonna keep playing, I'm really like stubborn. I told you, when I see a ball, I go through the ball. and I decided that I'm gonna just keep going. So when I went to this club in Serbia, I was with mentality that I was going. I needed to succeed,
Yeah.
I played now with the player that played with me in Vršac. We played against each other. He was playing in FMP, and he told me that he was speaking with his coaches, and he told me that he never saw somebody with that kind of determination that I was back then. Like I forget that about myself, you know, but he reminded me. I say, yeah, this is really nice.
Awesome. Yeah. So coming from all of that and going to have to succeed in Serbia in the team that you went through, that's awesome. That's especially at that young age, you needed to have that moment for sure to propel you. You
exactly.
know? Yeah.
Exactly. This was the only way. If not that, I don't know on what level I would play, or would I still be playing, you know, and everything. And from that moment, my way started to go like upward.
Yeah, and like we mentioned before, everything happens for a reason. Even this set you on a road where you were able to play great and to meet people who were going to help you become the person that you are today. And that's what happened next, right? You went to play in Belgrade, in Mega, correctly?
Before Mega, I went to Greece, like 2 months. It was a quick stunt.
Yeah.
And after that, I received a call from Miško again, and he told me, you have a Mega, and in Mega, it was all young guys, you know. They was playing me way less because I had the offering to stay in Greece. But I decided, I didn't listen to you one time. This time I'm listening to you, I'm coming to Mega, you know. So I went to Mega.
Yeah. And this is where
exactly in Mega was amazing. And how you say, like last couple of years, I always try to follow these signs on a way. And now when I'm looking back, it looks like the life was leading me always where I was supposed to be. And I'm so grateful because over there I started working with Isidora Trifunović. She helped me so much. I'm working with her like almost 13 years. She helped me so much, and mentally I grow with her. Amazing. I'm so grateful to her.
Yeah. Could you take a few things that you think are crucial that your work with her taught you, or that she taught you, to use in your basketball career, considering just basketball right now?
Yeah, I mean there is a lot of things. There is a lot of things interesting that I learned through basketball. In the beginning, you know how the young players are. In the beginning, for us, it's like my experience was like it's like life or death. You need to succeed. You push so much. You go through everything, but with later stages, you understand that you need to enjoy. You need to enjoy in our game that we're playing, and this is one of the things that I learned how to enjoy it. Yeah. I love that thing about it.
That's something I think that we learn once we leave from here.
Yes, yes.
Because here, like we are kind of taught to just push through and struggle and work hard and be determined, and which is great because it instills some great characteristics in you. But you forget that you started playing because you actually loved the sport.
Exactly. I think it's kind of maybe this little negative motivation. You know, this is the thing that I think a lot of times with my son. I can see that he's really talented. He doesn't want to play basketball now, but every time when he takes the ball, like you can see he's playing football now. And I think I had that negative motivation, and that negative motivation in my first years pushed me through it. I'm gonna decide no matter what. But I want to believe that there can be like a positive motivation too. It need to be. Yeah. I'm gonna try to help him to go. It shouldn't be like life or death. You know, this is the game. We love it. We want to enjoy it. We want to play it, and play it because you love it, and try to win because you love it, not because you need to succeed. You need to go from your little city. You need to buy this. You need to earn this. You know.
Yeah.
This is, I think, a lot of players from Balkan. We go like this.
We struggle because of this.
Exactly.
For
we struggle.
Sure. Yeah.
And with the pain you mentioned before, like I know I learned if you have some pain or you injure something, you push through it. I mean, your body is gonna suffer later, you know. Yeah. And with years, I learned that when something is not okay with your body, you need to stop and see what's wrong with it.
Yeah, definitely. And so, in these characteristics of Balkan, of Montenegrin people, what is something that you carry with yourself, and what is something that you had to work on to maybe change or fix while you were living outside?
I think I was very impulsive. You know, I was very impulsive.
We all are.
We all are. And I remember I would get mad very fast, you know. And I think this is a big disadvantage for you when you're playing on a good level, even on a smaller levels. But I think you're showing your weakness. A lot of people would think, no, if somebody starts yelling or you see him mad, he's showing his strength. No, you're showing your weakness, and people know how to attack you. Then they know if they provoke you, you're gonna lose your focus. So I think this is the thing that I had before, and I changed it. It's very important. When I see now the kids, when they are so impulsive and everything, there is hope. You can change it too, but you just need to work on it.
Give us some tips. How do you change it?
It's time. Time.
Yeah.
It's time. You need to. First of all, you need to see that you have problem with this, and then first step is just realize that you have problem, and from that then it's going to be way easier. This is the most difficult step, I think.
Yeah, for sure, to acknowledge that you actually have something.
Acknowledge it. When you acknowledge it, from then it's your body will help you.
Yeah. So when you went, now I'm trying to figure out the years. You know, when you went here, you went there.
Yeah,
and now
I was jumping from year to year. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's okay. Now you got to Spain and you stayed.
Finally.
Yeah. So
good country.
Yeah, really good country to stay and be there for a while. And also, I feel like that's a good combination with our mentality and going somewhere in the country like that to kind of, you know, like see what you're missing and kind of adjust and fix yourself in a sense. And I assume that's also in basketball too. How did basketball feel in a country like that?
In the beginning, I had the situation because in Mega, we had a coach, Dejan Milovic. I loved him so much. He died. He's my favorite coach by far. And I remember when he decided that we didn't play hard enough or fight enough, we would run suicides. But those suicides was suicides. I think we needed the first time when we start running, we run like 50 suicides, and you need to run one suicide in 30 seconds. If one of us don't touch the line, we all repeat. And in that moment, Nikola Jokic was with us. This is an interesting story. And he was really chubby. He couldn't make it. So we was running behind him and was trying to push him, you know, to make the line so we don't repeat. And first day when I go to Murcia, when we didn't do good something on a basketball court, and the coach got mad and he said, go to the line, you need to run. And he told us we need to run up and down, and I started laughing in his face, you know. It was like I'm coming from 50 suicides to run 2 suicides. And I saw that it's way different, you know. It's more relaxed. It's more like you enjoy more in basketball. It's not like this that we talked before, like life or death, you know. Over there it's more like enjoying basketball. But I think the big difference is I was talking with my friends from Montenegro. First game when I played, I had the feeling that it was so fast that I was like on half court, they was already running back into it. I say, I can't do it, it's too fast. But you get adapt to it fast, you know.
Yeah, it's the same with women's basketball too.
You see, right?
Yeah.
I had the feeling they're going too fast for me, but you adapt.
Yeah.
And I remember playing against Barcelona. I think it was second or third game when I got there. It was Juan Carlos Navarro, Lorbeck. It was all like this. I was watching them like gods when I was younger, you know. But I played the game with them. I say, oh, they're same like me, you know. We have meat and blood, same, you know. So it was pretty nice to realize that everybody can get to that level, you know. And just like small differences, luck, a lot of luck, and in some ways, I don't know, something bigger.
Yeah, something bigger.
Something bigger.
And so we established that the way that we work here is one way, life or death, as you said. And over there is more relaxed, enjoy the game and stuff. But they both work because we are succeeding in ways over here, they are succeeding over there. And how do you see yourself? Like, what is the best method for you to be able to succeed? What was the best method that you used in practices, in preparation, physically, mentally?
I think it's balance. I don't like anything extreme. I don't like this extreme to go like crazy tough, or to go like this is what I learned in my life. Like, you need to have balance in everything that you do. And for example, before, a lot of coaches wanted to practice 2 days, like 2 times a day, like 2 hours and a half in the morning, 2 hours and a half in the, but actually you realize that you can do everything 2 hours and a half, 3 hours in the morning. You put gym together, basketball together, technification together, and everything, and go with it. And after, go home and enjoy. You know, you can do things with less time and quality.
Yeah, and maybe you go home and miss basketball a little bit.
Maybe, you know, but you've been through everything. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Back then we was like all day in a house. Now I don't understand how the people now I have a family. In that moment I was young and other people had families, and I don't understand how they was seeing their wife or their kids when they was playing with them. You was all time in the gym, you know, and you can do all that work in those 2 or 3 hours, like in the morning, let's say, and have the day for your family.
Yeah, definitely. And let's talk a little bit about the kind of teammates and coaches that kind of fans. We are here, and the big game is coming up. Just to introduce the atmosphere, the big game is coming up, and we are so passionate and intense in this country.
I think soon we need to yell.
Yeah. So, what kind of teammates and coaches were those that brought the best out of you?
I mentioned before Dejan Milovic. I think he was the coach that set me on that path. Like, he helped me so much. He gave me that confidence. For a young guy, it's really important to feel the confidence. And I remember I would be next to the line, he would be there, and I remember him like now, he was saying shoot, 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 you know, like even I missed 3 or 4 of them, he said shoot. It's not that easy to have somebody like that. I'm so grateful that I had him on my way and that he helped me so much. And of the player, I had so many different like type of the players, you know, and lately I played with Dilan Enis. We understand each other so much. We played together in Saragossa and we played together in Murcia. In Saragossa we had so much time on the court together. In Murcia not so much now because he was a starter and I was coming from the bench, so we didn't have time, but I really loved playing with him, you know. I enjoyed playing. We understand each other perfectly, and we called each other dynamic duo, you know.
Nice. What about the national team of Montenegro? You've went through selections. You are currently injured, but you are a part of the senior national team. And how did this, transition, growing up in our culture, in our national team, how did that feel for you, basketball-wise and mentally?
The other day I started watching, like, since what year I was playing. I don't know how many years I'm playing already. I started playing when I was 15, you know. I played 2 years under 16, 2 years under 18, 2 years under 20, and then seniors. And in seniors, I had everything, like you probably. I had good moments, bad moments. 2 times I decided I'm not coming to play anymore, you know. Second times I was really hard about it. And the coach now of the national team, Boško Radović, he called me, and he was assistant coach long time, and I know him. And I like him like a person, I like him like a coach, I respect him like a coach and like a person. And he called me and he convinced me to come back for this last time, and I'm so grateful that he convinced me, because we had last 4 or 5 years, we had such an amazing years, like with the national team. I really enjoyed it, you know, and I missed, I had everything in my clubs and in young national team and everything, but I missed these moments in national team. So I'm really grateful that I lived those moments with him in national team. We played 2 World Basket, we played Eurobasket. This year it's Eurobasket again, qualifications, and I really enjoyed like playing at home, playing away. We had amazing chemistry and it was really nice.
How does it feel now that you are not able to help your team?
It's tough, but I'm okay, because I know that they're going to do good. I know that us older, a couple of older guys, we left good, how to call it? Base, you know, and good chemistry. It's amazing chemistry, and the guys that they're there, they're going to do it good. They're going to play good basketball. They're going to win, they're going to lose, but for sure they're going to fight on the court, they're going to give everything, and this is the most important. I think our fans, when they see that we are giving everything, it's all good, win or lose.
Yeah. What are some qualities that you carry from playing for national team?
Quality like basketball-wise or off the court or whatever.
Anything, few that are very important to you.
Yeah, it's lately how FIBA changed, how we are playing those windows and everything. We would come there and we would have like 6 or 7 days just to prepare, to go fast and prepare everything. And I think this chemistry is the most important. I realized that if you have this chemistry with somebody, it's really important. Even when you have smaller part of time to prepare for it, if you have chemistry, it doesn't matter if you play like 10 offenses, 15 offenses. We can play 1 or 2 offenses, and if we understand each other, it's enough. And I think this is one of the keys.
Yeah. And I want to address a little bit something that we share, the work that we've done, both of us, on ourselves and the way that we carry ourselves through life. So we've talked about this specific work with psychologists and dealing with some traumas that we've had as young and as adults, and dealing with all of that. And can you share a little bit on how it affects you personally and how it affects you as a basketball player?
Yeah, I think this subject of mental health now it's starting to expand and to be more open. Before it wasn't, and I think it's really important for everybody, especially for the younger players that they're coming. I have a rule that I treat everybody with respect, because you never know who is fighting something inside of him. This is what I learned because I've been through everything, and I think it's really important to work on yourself, because a fan would say like that they can see us on television, they can see us maybe famous they would say, oh listen, he's earning good money, he's famous, he's always on television. You would say his life is amazing, it's great, but it's not all great. There is like things behind, and there is a lot of stress, a lot of headache, a lot of nights that you don't sleep. And I'm not saying there is a lot of tough jobs for everybody, like a lot of people don't have jobs and they have pressure, their family doesn't have anything to eat, and I understand this is the real pressure, but there is pressure in every base, and there is pressure in basketball too, in every sport, and I think it's crucial for younger generations to work on themselves, especially from our place that we are coming through, because they teach us go through everything, like you can be soft, you can show your emotions, you can cry, yes you can. Yes, you can show your emotions. Yes, you need to work on yourself, because we are here in this life and we need to enjoy it. It's not everything push. Sometimes it's stop, breathe, and then see the problem, see what you're feeling, give yourself time to heal, give yourself time to recover, and then go again. It's not everything. We forget that we are humans, that we can feel. I think it's really important.
Yeah. And once I decided to do this, to make the podcast. First of all, to give us a voice, to see that we are actually human beings. But whenever I would share with somebody, okay, I'm gonna try to do this, I think it's very important, I'm gonna make a podcast about raising mental health awareness among athletes, and they're like, well, what are you gonna talk with them? It's gonna be one story every time, it's gonna be the same story every time. Like, you should think a little wider, bring in some other. Now that we started publishing the stories, and every story is different. Everybody is a human being before being an athlete, and everybody deals with things differently and goes through different things. And it's the most important message that we are sharing, that everything that you're going through, you can go through it in your own way. It doesn't have to be my way or your way or somebody else's way, but there is a way for everybody, and there are people who are willing to help you. And I think that that's the most important message that we can share with this podcast and in general with our platforms that we have, So I'm going to make sure that, that this message that you just had, that goes out there, and that it's
go
shown.
Go
viral, hopefully. But are there some things that you specifically do before the game, the night before the game, or on the game day, or like how do you prepare yourself mentally?
Before I was really superstitious, and in one moment I just realized it's not good for you, It's like
I feel like it's limiting you.
It's limiting you. I feel like you are in a cage. Oh, I need to tie first my right shoe. Oh, I need these socks to play for a game. It's limiting you. You never know what's gonna happen on a game. There is some people like call me and hey, you guys are gonna win. I don't know. There is so many things that can happen, First of all, you don't know how you're gonna feel when you step on that court. Before the warm-up and after the warm-up. Next to that, you don't know how the refereeing is gonna be. You don't know how the other team is gonna prepare the game against you. Are they gonna focus on you? Are their coach is gonna play some good defense on you? It's so many things, and I think I learned through the years. I try to relax, go to the game like I like to eat pasta on the day of the game. This is for me.
One thing, huh?
One thing, yeah. I like to eat pasta at least. But if I don't have pasta, I'm gonna eat whatever. I'm not gonna be, oh, I didn't eat pasta, how I'm gonna play now, you know. So I try to don't limit myself with the rules, with the things, and I just try to relax, listen some music, go to the game, and go out there and try to enjoy. You know, a lot of times when I speak with the young kids when they're starting to practice, I always say, try to enjoy. You know, there is a lot of parents lately that I can see that they're trying to make their kids like projects, and it's a big mistake. And they're trying to get involved, and they're trying to. I saw a video like a couple of days ago, like they was saying about when you're coming back from the practice with your kid is practicing something, you're coming back in the car with him. Don't try to teach him anything. Don't try to talk with him anything. Don't try to give him lessons, because for them in that moment it's really tough. And I think we just need to be quiet, be there for them, and if they want our opinion and our help, we can say something to them. But it's a big mistake to try to tell something to them. And I read a lot about this thing, about psychology, and I have a kid, I told you, 6 years old, and he's practicing football. He doesn't want to play basketball, only football now. So when we come back from practice and everything, I don't say anything, and I go there, and when he starts commenting to me, I start talking with him. It's a big, like parents, we want to help them, and you want to say something, oh, why you didn't do this like that or that? It's not good. It's not good. And I think it's really important to know that.
Yeah. How were your parents?
My dad wasn't involved a lot. He wasn't involved a lot, and my mom was trying to be there for me. You know, she was trying. But when I'm looking back now, they always let me decide. You know, they made one decision when I was trying to go to one team. I think I had the offer from Italy. I was young, and they kind of pushed me through. Don't go to Italy. I go to Montenegro, to this Murnar, and they learned their lesson that never get involved again. You know, from that moment onwards, I was making my own decisions. I think it's better to give your kid this ability to make a decision for himself. Even if I make a mistake, bad decision, I made it. I'm gonna learn something from it. Maybe now it was bad, but maybe in 2 years it's gonna be okay. So this is the thing with the bad decisions. Like people will say, oh, I choose a bad way. You choose a way that in this moment looked bad, but who knows how it's gonna look in 2-3 years.
Yeah, and you mentioned before your agent and the way that he asked you to go to one team and you chose another one, and it was a mistake. Let's call it like that now. But
I wouldn't change anything. You see, in that moment I was thinking I was going through the hell. I was feeling very, but now looking back, I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah, but how is your relationship with your agent? That's what I want to ask. Like, how do you build a relationship with your agent in a healthy way, in a way that you're gonna have your own voice, that you're gonna be able to listen and to hear what he has for you, and then adjust your plans?
Yeah, Miško is a big agent. He have so many better.
You had it easy. Like, this is not a question for you.
It can be easy, and it can be a good thing or bad thing, because he has so many good players and so many better players than me. So you would think like he's gonna waste his time now trying to find a club for me, trying to help me, you know, with everything. And the thing that I learned with him, that he said in so many podcasts, and when he was talking with some journalists, he said that he is not a babysitter for his players. So with Miško, you need to learn what kind of relationship you have for him. Me and him, we speak Happy New Year, Happy Christmas, and on summer, you know, summer when it's talk about the clubs, and maybe on a Spanish cup, we meet there, we talk and everything. So we don't talk too much, but when the things are important, we talk back then. And for sure there is like all kind of relationship with the agents. With me, it was this kind with him.
Yeah, it sounds like a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, for me it was okay. I learned that he works on that way, and I was okay with that.
Yeah, for sure it worked. Yeah, and we have a lot of fans around here. I want to end this and ask you, what does winning the journey within means to you?
I could answer that exploring. I think it's really trying to explore and trying to meet yourself. And a lot of people start exploring themselves late. Some people start exploring themselves early, but I think it's really important trying to meet yourself, you know, this is my answer to your question. Like winning within your journey, I think it's like trying to meet yourself.
Awesome. I haven't had that answer yet.
No?
Yeah,
See?
the first one.
Always something new.
Yeah, but thank you. I want to thank you so much for being here, for understanding what I'm trying to do, and for helping me do it in many more ways than what we see now.
Thank you for inviting me. Really, it was a pleasure. I love the talk. I love the subject, and I hope that you're gonna go viral with this thing and that you're gonna do good things, because I think this is amazing for younger generations, even not for younger, for all the players that they're playing. It's really important subject, and again, I'm saying it was a pleasure being here.
Thank you.